Hey guys, this is your host Thomas Irie here from On the Hot Podcast. Today, I have some bonus content for you guys. The bonus content we'll be covering today will be in the sport of basketball inside the NBA world. In today's bonus segment, I'll be sharing my thoughts on Bam Adebayo's historic performance that he had yesterday against the Washington Wizards. So yesterday in the NBA, Bam Adebayo joined some elite company as a top 3 scorer in NBA history for the most points scored in an NBA game. Yesterday, Bam Adebayo scored 83 points in an NBA game. He joined some elite history with Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant for the top 3 players to score the most amount of points in an NBA game in league history. So my thoughts on this: on a random Tuesday in sports, it was one of the most chaotic days in recent memory. You had Bam Adebayo dropping 83 points against the Washington Wizards. In the NFL world, you had the Baltimore Ravens and Las Vegas Raiders trade for Max Crosby reversed. And in the WBC, you had Italy defeat the United States in shocking fashion. All this happened on a random Tuesday, but as a Miami Heat fan, it was pretty cool to see Bam Adebayo score 83 points and punch his name with some elite company in terms of top 3 points scored in an NBA game in league history. Now he's second all time after he scored 83 points, trailing behind Wilt Chamberlain, who scored 100 points in an NBA game. So this was pretty awesome, but I can understand why people are upset with this 83-point performance by Bam Adebayo, especially Los Angeles Lakers fans or Kobe Bryant fans. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Kobe Bryant. And Bam Adebayo did surpass that record, scoring 83 points. 83, guys, is a bigger number than 81. Now, you cannot blame Bam Adebayo for scoring 83 points here because he did score effectively in the paint. He scored 7 3-point shots, and he scored 20 field goals in the victory against the Washington Wizards. But how can you blame Bam Adebayo for scoring 83 points here? Can't you put the blame on the Washington Wizards for fouling Bam Adebayo and making him shoot 43 free throws in the first place, and he made 36 of them? That's impressive for a big man, in my opinion. And I understand the Heat were up big in the fourth quarter, but who wouldn't stat pad at this point? Bam Adebayo already had, 63, 64 heading into the fourth quarter. And that close to an all-time record against one of the worst teams in the league. Why not let your star player go out there and attempt to break this record when it's intact, in reach, against a team that cannot guard you? So I think you could blame Bam Adebayo all you want for stat padding, but you should blame one of the worst teams in the league, the Washington Wizards, for their lack of effort defensively and the fact that they sent this man to the free throw line 43 times in an NBA game. That was only 4 quarters. But clearly, guys, Kobe Bryant's 81-point game is clearly more impressive than this 83-point performance against Bam Adebayo. No and ifs or doubts about it. Kobe Bryant fought hard for those 81 points and had to fight for those points for the Lakers to win that game back in 2006. And that was in an era of basketball where defense actually mattered. Defenders actually took pride in playing defense. We all know the NBA defense isn't really a strong suit anymore unless you're a good defensive anchor or a first all-team defender. That's just how it is. But let's not discredit Bam Adebayo for doing this against a bad team. When Kobe dropped 81 points, he did it against a 14-27 Toronto Raptors team back in 2006. So both players scored 81, 83 against some of the worst teams in the league at those respective time frames and those respective eras. So to close out, I'll say this. If you feel that Bam Adebayo shouldn't have done this, I don't think you're a fan of basketball. Records are honestly meant to be broken. And yeah, it came at the expense of the late Kobe Bryant, but how many players have attempted to score that amount of points? Look at the whole entire 2017 NBA draft class. Jason Tatum came close to doing that, I think 65, 70 points. De'Aaron Fox did it, scoring 60 points when he was with the Sacramento Kings. Donovan Mitchell has done this. Like, there's been so many other players. I could throw it to the 2018 draft where Luka Doncic scored 70-plus points when he was with the Dallas Mavericks. Like, there's been players that have attempted to break this Kobe Bryant record since it's been set since 2006. It just came so that Bam Adebayo, that's not known as an offensive unit or a first team, or I should say first playing scoring option for any team, And I think his career high was 35 points in the past. It just so happened that this guy was the guy to break Kobe Bryant's record with 83 points. So I don't think you can discredit him for it. I think you have to put the blame on the Washington Wizards for their effort defensively and fouling him so many times to get to the free throw line. And at the end of the day, if you want to be technical, Wilt Chamberlain has the record, but with video proof and camera footage, Bam Adebayo technically has the most points scored in NBA history with clear footage and tape to see of. I do believe that Wilt Chamberlain did score 100 points all those years ago in the 50s and 60s, etc. But if you want to be technical, Bam Adebayo with video footage and camera footage has the most points scored in NBA history, surpassing Kobe Bryant. But all jokes aside, this was awesome. But Bam Adebayo joins elite company as one of the most players to score the most amount of points in an NBA game in league history, with some all-time greats of Wilt Chamberlain and Kobe Bryant. Those are my thoughts on Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points. That is all the time I have for you guys today. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. This is your host, Thomas Tyree, signing off. And I'll see you guys on next week's episode.